Well, it's that time of year where everything pumpkin is popular. But would all that yummy pumpkin food be so delicious if it wasn't for the addition of cinnamon? I personally don't think so. So, could your favorite pumpkin treats be giving us an extra benefit besides just all that tasty yumminess? Yes, and it's all about the cinnamon. Hi, my name is Marcy Vasky, and I'm a functional medicine nutritionist specializing in gut health. So I work with clients who live with intestinal symptoms such as gas, bloat, diarrhea, constipation, and that's really just to name a few. But as we continue to learn more and more about the significance of having a healthy gut, it's very often that my clients will have issues relating to things like hormones or thyroid issues, or even insulin dysregulation and autoimmune diseases. So if this sounds like you, or maybe even someone that you know, and would like to become a client with the clinic, I will link below our website where you can easily go in and make your initial appointment. Or if you're the kind of person who likes to do things on their own, or maybe you just want to gain some extra knowledge into gut health, I will also link below our free guide, which is called 5 Ways to Improve Your Gut Health. Oh, delicious cinnamon. How I do love you. I actually add it to something I eat every day. And not only because of because of the way that I love the taste of it, but also because of the magical benefits of it. So today I'm going to discuss and explain to you the reasons why you might want to add cinnamon more often than just during this pumpkin season to all your food. So I think it's a good place to start is just a little background on cinnamon. Cinnamon is actually made from the bark of a tree. And this bark contains many, many special compounds that are responsible for its many health promoting properties, which make it really a powerful spice that has been used medicinally around the world for thousands of years. And interestingly enough, researchers have found that cinnamon ranks at number 1 out of 26 of the most popular herbs and spices in the world in terms of that protective antioxidant. And that's not even to mention its powerful antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-diabetic properties. So cinnamon has been shown to help with several health concerns. And some of those include diabetes, high blood pressure, metabolic syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome, yeast infections, oral infections. Okay, so your next question may be, this sounds great. Can I just use any old cinnamon? Well, there are certain types of cinnamon that actually have the best outcomes. And there's approximately 250 different species of cinnamon that have been identified so far. But there's really 2 main types that we're going to talk about today. And the first one is called Ceylon cinnamon, or Ceylon, which is sometimes labeled as a true or real cinnamon. And the next one is called cassia cinnamon, or you may even see it called Saigon or Chinese cinnamon, which is the one that's more widely available and probably the one that you have up in your cupboard right now. So to date, what we have found that cassia has actually been studied more extensively than Ceylon. But researchers really think that Ceylon might actually have more health benefits than the cassia. Ceylon actually contains less of a compound called coumarin than the cassia. And it can be a potentially damaging to the liver when consumed in large amounts. And so it is for that reason that Ceylon is the better option for producing cinnamon extracts that contain highly concentrated doses of spice. But if you're just sprinkling it on your food, here and there, doing the cassia cinnamon is going to be safe too. Now, for those of you who haven't tasted the Ceylon cinnamon, it kind of has a lighter, more citrusy taste than the cassia, where cassia is actually considered a little bit deeper and more spicier. But both types can also contain plenty of health benefits, but Ceylon cinnamon powder is actually considered to be more potent. So now what we want to look for. We're going to go through some of the reasons why this yummy, yummy spice is something you might want to add to your foods. So the first reason is what I briefly touched on earlier, which is the antioxidant properties of cinnamon. Cinnamon is very packed with a variety of protective antioxidants that actually reduce free radical damage and slows down the aging process. And in fact, researchers have identified at least 41 different protective compounds found within the spice to date. Cinnamon also ranks number 7 of all foods, herbs, and spices with the highest amount of antioxidants, and even greater antioxidant power than commonly used herbs like thyme, garlic, and rosemary. So just with that information alone, it's no wonder you want to add that into your food. Sprinkle it on your oatmeal, sprinkle it on your fruit. Tons of ways you can add it in. The next reason we're going to go through here is that it relieves inflammation. The antioxidant in cinnamon can actually help relieve systemic inflammation because of the different types of flavonoids that it contains. And they are all very highly effective in fighting dangerous inflammation levels throughout the whole body. So because this powerful spice actually lowers swelling and prevents inflammation, it's wonderful for pain management. So if you are struggling with a lot of inflammation going on in your body, or you have some pretty intense pain, again, another reason to sprinkle on that cinnamon. Studies have shown that it helps to also reduce muscle soreness, decrease menstrual pain, lessen the severity of allergic reactions, and also relieve age-related symptoms of pain as well. So sprinkle it on. The fourth reason, and this is a fun one too, is that cinnamon actually stabilizes blood sugar. So cinnamon has been well known for its anti-diabetic effects, which is why it's considered one of the best foods for diabetics. What research has actually found is that it can lower blood sugar levels and improve that sensitivity to the hormone insulin, which supports and transports sugar from the bloodstream to the tissues to keep blood sugar levels balanced. Studies have suggested that cinnamon for diabetics can help block the activity of several digestive enzymes to slow the absorption of sugar in the bloodstream after a high carb meal. So wonderful reasons to put this into your foods for balancing out your blood sugar. And I talk about that every day, all day long, how we need to balance the blood sugar. So using cinnamon not only is going to help diabetics, but it can even help the average person just walking around. If you have a high carb meal, sprinkle it on, because as I suggested and talked about, that it kind of inhibits or blocks those digestive enzymes and slows that absorption of sugar. And so it's a great idea for all of us. So another great reason that you should be adding cinnamon is it fights infections and viruses. So perfect for this time of season when things are getting colder and we're trying to boost up our immune system. But cinnamon has potential benefits to defend our body from illnesses. Contains, as I mentioned earlier, that antimicrobial, antibiotic, antifungal, and even antiviral properties. And in its essential oils actually contains powerful immune boosting compounds. So again, adding that cinnamon into your food is going to be a great idea. A next reason is going to be it actually prevents candida. So research suggests that the powerful antifungal properties in the cinnamon could be very effective in treating and preventing candida. And candida is actually an overgrowth of yeast in our digestive tract. It has been shown in research to lower the amounts of this dangerous Candida albicans, which the yeast that causes the candida overgrowth and can cause a host of digestive symptoms and even autoimmune issues. So if you're eating a diet high in carbohydrate, you want to it increases the amount of sugar in the digestive tract and then increases that candida. So throwing that cinnamon on is going to help you in two ways. Not only decrease the candida, boosts your immune system. It's antifungal, but remember what it does with the digestive enzymes and helping to slow down the breakdown of that sugar. Now, one of the last reasons that I'm going to talk about why you should be adding cinnamon into your food is that it has a naturally sweet taste. So adding cinnamon to your foods or recipes, it also can help cut down on the amount of sugar you might normally use, which affects that glycemic load on your meal. So it already has that anti-diabetic effect of lowering blood sugar and absorption of those sugars. It curbs cravings because it stabilizes the blood sugar, and it's a little sweet, so it's tasty. So you can, like I said earlier, maybe you can try adding it to your oatmeal, or some people even put it in their coffee, which I do too. It's so tasty. You can put it on yogurt, fruit, anything, basically. Anything you think cinnamon's going to taste yummy on. So you may be wondering, okay, I know why I should be doing this, and it sounds like a great idea, but how can I add this in? Well, first of all, as I said, you can easily add it to your food. You can even at just a half a teaspoon of cinnamon a day will have wonderful benefits to your immune system, digestive system, and your blood sugar. But if you don't really like the taste of cinnamon and you still want the benefits, you can also find it in capsule form. But you want to make sure you're getting what's in the product. So make sure you look at the ingredients, and it might be even most beneficial to work with a practitioner if you're going to be supplementing with cinnamon, because you can overdo it and there might be adverse reactions depending if you're on medications and everything. So sometimes it's best just to, if you're taking supplement form, take exactly what's on the package, or work with a practitioner to make sure you're getting what you need. So I hope I've talked you into adding some cinnamon this pumpkin season. Talk to you soon.